And we're back to another episode of Let's Play King's Quest VI. Air today, gone tomorrow. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And when we last left off, we were here at the Isle of the Crown. We've gotten some more goodies for us to use, and we still got a few more bits of collecting we can still do.
Pulls out his magic map.
And some of it that's worth doing now than waiting to do it later, so to speak.
Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Whee! Alright, so let's go ahead and head all the way north again. Oh, you know what? I screwed up. Hold on. You need to...
A large tree stretches knotted limbs out over the swamp. Part of the tree's trunk is shaped like the face of a dog. Why, it must be a dogwood tree. Milkweed thrives near the mucky swamp. Small bottles filled with milk grow on it like fruit.
You don't say.
Alexander takes a bottle of milk from the milkweed bush.
Down, dog, down!
Apparently, the dogwood tree doesn't like Alexander standing that close.
Nah, he's a good boy. He just doesn't understand. Let's move. Alright. And, foist things foist. Let us...
Hey, what do you think you're doing there? Get your hands off me! Hey!
Alexander picks up Rotten Tomato and puts him away. One never knows when one will need a rotten tomato.
So we got the Rotten Tomato. And we're going to go ahead and come over here. And before we do anything, let's, you'll see here, we got
Alexander decides to pick up the hole in the wall. A hole in the wall could be a very useful thing.
Gotta do things in sequence here. The game gets kind of wonky. Oh no!
Alexander startled the poor thing. It's run off to hide behind the wallflowers.
And then we'll have to extract our vengeance upon it. As the game crashed. Hold on. Okay, before we were so rudely interrupted. Yeah, just as a heads up, this game crashes DOSBox once in a while. So that's hence why the saving all the time is also equally important. So we need to get ourselves that hole in the wall.
May I have this dance?
So let's get to it. Oh yeah. Take off your clothes and jiggle your butt. Shake your Kardashian booty while you're doing your civic duty to arouse all the members with your gluteus maximus while you shake it really good like you do it would.
Alexander stops playing the flute.
I'm a monster.
But the wallflowers and snapdragons continue to dance, caught up in the music and oblivious to everything around them.
I apologize, but I'm sorry, not sorry. So while they're dancing, we can grab that.
Dance, Alexander snatches the hole in the wall.
I know I'm terrible, guys. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Alexander takes the teacup.
We'll grab that. It wasn't there earlier, so keep that in mind. It's the game. This game is very much more linear than King's Quest V. It's almost like it's very much more structured game than King's Quest V. Versus King's Quest V is very open, but at the same time, it can make it very hard to play. So we're gonna take that milk, give it here, if that makes any sense.
Alexander gives one of the baby's tears a bottle of milk. The other baby's tears seem to resent Alexander's gift for some reason.
Oh, what a bunch of fucking greedy little assholes. But, we need this for this.
Alexander collects some of the baby's tears in the old hunter's lamp.
Nice, because we're going to need that for later. Alright. And here's a swamp, and we know from our spell book we need some of this good stuff.
What do you think you're doing?
Holy crap!
You startled me. I was just getting some swamp ooze.
Well, you certainly won't get it there! That's not swamp ooze! That's swamp sludge!
He's right, you know. But he could be a little nicer about telling you. He's not a very pleasant stick in the mud.
Nobody asked you! Be quiet!
Oh, the trials of being a mere bump on a log.
A bump on a log and a stick in the mud. Oh boy. You know what? You know what, Mr. Bump on a Log? Here's how you can extract some vengeance.
I thought this might come in handy the next time your brother starts picking on you.
Aha! Finally, old Bump on the Log's not so defenseless, is he?
Hey! Hey! What are you doing there? Watch the pulp, would you?
Now, Bumpy, remember all I've given you! The only thing you've ever given me is mud. Take this!
No! Not into the swamp!
Oh man, he's posing. And it's good!
Hey, okay, I give up. Geez, sorry.
Well, I guess it's not very pleasant having things thrown at you. I'm sorry.
You mean it? Really? Brother?
Brother!
Stick in the Mud and Bump on a Log, exhausted from the battle, immediately doze off into naps. Rotten Tomato, being equally lazy, decides to join them.
Oh my god. Okay, so really quick, we now know that we needed this.
Alexander fills the teacup with the swamp ooze.
Alright, simple enough. Let us now head back. Come on. There we go. To the Isle of the Crown. Because we have quite a bit of a trial ahead of us. This is like at the point really where the game starts to get pretty tough.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
And a lot of people get very frustrated, and you might even debate that this
Alexander
is...
feels a strange
You're going to be
pulling
seeing the
sensation.
copyright protection was kind of back in the day, where in earlier games you used to have to like input a code. This is going to be a little different. All right. Before we do that, we need to make sure we have all the gear we actually need to survive this upcoming ordeal. So we're going to go ahead back into town, back to Le Penchant. And we're going to switch it out for something that is probably the most useful item we
Good day, Prince Alexander.
The most useful item we need to pick up for primary purposes. Where is... There it is.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
And we will take this.
I believe I'll take the tinderbox.
Very good, Prince Alex. Enjoy your tinderbox and bring it back anytime.
Thank you.
As we will go through here. You have to remember, this game came out in 1992, I think? 92, 93, somewhere around this time. So the internet was not like commonplace. It wasn't even in 99% of people's homes. It was still mostly academic and at universities and stuff. So like I hate how people say, like, to me, because I was born in the 80s, you had internet your whole life. Most of us didn't have internet till like 98 and 97-ish, and the internet was trash. It was the like almost unusable by today's standards. So, I mean, it was usable, but it was like 5 minutes to make a web page load. It was trash. I was a Netscape child. And even actually before that, even before that, I don't even remember what we had, but we had something really, really primitive. And then it was Netscape to Earthlink, and from Earthlink to pretty much cable internet. So,
Alexander
right. enough of my lame upbringing. Let's get back to work here. As we do have, I'm trying to avoid this. Again, this is the one part of the game a lot of people don't like. And I guarantee you, like 90% of the people that play this game or stream it or do Let's Plays of it probably fucking cheat. But what I have here, if you hear that rattling, is a printout of the manual for this game, because when you buy the King's Quest collection, there are view manual option on the menu right before you figure out which game you gotta play. And this area is known as the Logic Cliffs, and in order for you to actually pass through this legitimately, you actually have to have a copy of the user manual. And it has the alphabet of the ancient ones on here, and it has what's called the Logic Cliff section, which will give you pretty much the answers to what these
there appears
questions
to be
are.
something etched into the face of the cliff. Alexander decides to get closer.
You'll see what I mean. Ignorance kills, wisdom elevates. So when we read this, when we read the actual user manual, the following translation from the Cliffs of Logic scroll may help the reader understand the mystique that surrounds this artifact. The first challenge, quote, only those pure of heart will be able to rise the Cliffs of Logic, where rise is in all capital letters. So let's take a look at this puzzle here, as we are going to click on the words R-I-S.
Huge blocks of stone erupt from the granite cliffs.
So yeah, if you're not using the manual, there's no way you could possibly answer these by luck. You could do it by trial and error, but it would take you quite a long time to do.
Alexander stares with wonder. That's quite a way to welcome a guest, if indeed it is a welcome.
All right, so let us go ahead and head up.
Whoa, wait a minute.
And then we get to the most annoying part, which is this.
Whoa, wait a minute.
He's going to do this constantly as we try to climb the steps here, making this
Whoa.
whole endeavor take longer.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Come on.
Whoa, wait.
Oh, for fuck's sake, go. Ah.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
All right. A master of languages will... 4-letter word. So now this is the alphabet of the ancients. And we have to kind of sort what we got to do here. So there's two elements to this language. For every letter, there's also a definition. And with that definition, the definitions actually aren't relevant to answering this riddle. It is the master of languages will blank. And so it's a matter of figuring out, in a sense, what to put there. And this is where, like I would say, the manual doesn't directly give you an answer to this. So you have to figure it out. And so the answer to this riddle is a master of languages will soar. So if we use the manual here, we can find the spelling of said word. So if we look here, S is this guy. O is this guy. A is... Okay, that's A. So A would be this one. And R is this guy.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
Simple enough, right? And then we will quick save.
Whoa!
Up we go.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, come on. This is the one thing I hate. It's like, ugh.
Whoa!
I get it's trying to build the game's trying to build tension, but
Whoa! Wait
it's more annoying than it is a building of any tension.
Whoa!
You think after like the 10th one you'd get used to doing this. See, this I don't mind. We move this quickly. But and maybe one in the middle would be a wobbly wob, but all of it constantly going
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
So this one is called the third challenge, which is the stones of stealth are associated with the following riddle. Again, they don't show it to you here. It's in the manual. 4 men standing in a row. Third from the left and down you go. The rest in order move you on. The youngest, the oldest, and the second son. So third from the left and down you go. So third from the left, 1, 2, 3, and down you go. Right? The rest in order move you on. The youngest, the oldest, and the second son. So the youngest, the oldest, and the second
The
son.
stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles
So,
as more steps emerge from
there
the
it is.
granite cliffs.
Not too bad. It's not too bad. Again, it's the idea that it's, you know, the fourth button, then the first button, the second button. There is no third. It's not a hard riddle. It's pretty straightforward. So
Whoa! Wait!
we will continue up.
Whoa! Whoa!
Come on. Get up there, you miserable little
Whoa!
puke.
Wait a minute! Whoa! Wait a... Whoa!
Just kill me now, guys.
Whoa!
Okay.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
And then we get what's known as the Sacred Four. So, yeah, the Sacred Four is a little trickier. And this, of course, you know, this correlates, or rather, this has to do with the alphabet yet again. And it's a little easier said than done, that's definitely for sure, because there's a lot here. And the Sacred Four, I don't remember, it's referenced in the manual what they are. Between, under the, okay, here we go. So when we read through the Ancient One's paragraph of text in the manual, we see an area that says, the Ancient One gave meaning to every creature, every color, every element, and mineral. In addition, they studied the emotional states of beings, every emotion. Like every creature, color, and element ranked high or low on their theological scale, the lowest being base or primitive, the highest being pure. At the top of the scale were the Sacred Four, the emotion tranquility, the color azure, the creature caterpillar, and the element air. So these are the Sacred Four. Now, if we go to the alphabet here, we can find these things. So, for example, the letter O says the symbol represents joy, the dolphin, the color azure, and sapphire. So let's press what is O in the alphabet. Boom. And then let's see what else we got here. Q, the symbol represents faith, the caterpillar, the color turquoise, and the stone turquoise. So the caterpillar we found, which is the letter Q. We need to find, what was it? Air, wind. Was it air, wind? Tranquility and air. Okay, so. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay, G. The symbol represents purity, the unicorn, the color white, and air. So that's going to be the one right next to it. That makes that relatively easy. And then last but not least, let me see here. D. This symbol represents tranquility, the mouse, the color sable, and granite. So D.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet
Puzzle solved.
trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
Alright. Let's quick save. That's probably the last of the really hard riddles, because there's one more left.
Whoa!
So yeah, there's no in-game solution for any of these. You straight up have to have the manual.
Whoa! Whoa!
Which, when you purchase the game, you can get. Or I'm sure you can probably find it online for anybody who's really that hyper concerned about, you know, not having the manual.
Whoa! Whoa!
And like in Robin Hood Conquest of the Longbow, they had a similar kind of deal with like copyright protection, copying protection. Because people used to just copy the game onto floppy disks and share them with each other. Or CDs, if, you know, as CDs were available. Alright.
Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
Our last riddle. All silent cry the noble boulders. And then what we have here for the fifth challenge here, only those of the highest order may, in all capital letters, ascend the cliffs of logic. So, ascend, well, clearly the A, right? And then we want the S, the C, ascend E, N, and then we're D.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs.
And there it is. And we'll make a quick save.
Whoa! Whoa!
Come on, come
Whoa!
on.
Wait a minute. Whoa! Whoa!
And we made it.
Alexander finds himself, finally, at the top of the cliffs. Exhausted, he steps over the lip of the plateau and stands.
Why do you make such an effort to climb the cliffs, young man? The winged ones who live on this island have the power of flight. You could have it too, if you'd only eat a berry from this magical flying nightshade bush.
Again, check the eyes.
See? The sweet berries will make you float like a petal on the wind. Try some.
The golden eyes are nothing but lies. So let's quick save here really quick. And yeah, we're just going to hang out here because there's not much else we could do until the quote-unquote crazy old lady with the gold eyes
Trust me.
takes a break
What
from
I'm offering
fucking with
you.
us. Don't worry. She will disappear in a minute or two. And as far as going up those
Young man, you
steps,
offend me. I try to help you, and you insist on being rude.
shut up, lady. Scram.
All right, then. Stay tied to the ground like a load of lead. See if I care. You human.
How odd. The old woman just disappeared in a cloud of smoke.
Yeah, I'm starting to get in the habit of seeing that.
Theories are even more powerful than she led Alexander to believe.
All right.
Alexander crawls through the small opening in the rock. Alexander finds himself in a dark cave.
Okay, and while we're in that said dark cave,
It feels exactly like a tinderbox. Alexander takes the candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint in the box to light it.
and hey, we can see. All right, let's move.
Dead end. Alexander crawls through the opening in the rock.
And in we go.
The lighting in this part of the cave is better. Alexander extinguishes the candle's flame and places it back in his pack. A plant grows on the grassy ledge. Smells like peppermint.
You don't say. Yoink.
Alexander takes a few leaves from the plant. As he does so, a strong smell of peppermint is released. Ah.
All right, let's get out of here.
Alexander crawls back into the first room of the cave. Alexander can't see a thing.
We'll use the tinderbox.
Alexander takes the candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint in the box to light it.
And out we go.
Alexander crawls back through the passage to the top of the cliffs.
And again, we will do another quick save as we head north. Further north, there we go.
Look, an intruder. Hold! How did you get up here,
Hold.
human?
Hold.
I climbed the cliffs.
That is not possible. No one has solved the Cliffs of Logic in several centuries. And if the cliffs were to be solved, it would certainly not be by a human.
What a dick.
I didn't mean to trespass. I only wanted to visit this beautiful island.
No visitors have been welcome on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain in years. Not since the Red and White Queens had spies in the guise of friendly visitors steal our island's sacred golden fleece. But we will not display such foolish trust again. You will have to answer to Lord Azure and Lady Ariel. They will determine what will be done with you. I can assure you, it will not be pleasant.
Well, now we're getting somewhere. Hop, hop, and away!
With what trickery did you master the Cliffs of Logic and reach the city of the Winged Ones?
Only the magic of clear thought, my lord. I meant no harm.
The Cliffs of Logic. It is the sacred oracle's prophecy, Azure.
Yes, Ariel. It is lucky for you, human, that climbing the Cliffs of Logic is part of a prophecy that I cannot ignore. We have just been ordered by Wazir Al-Hazred himself to dispose of any strangers that might land on our fair isle. But the prophecy would have a different fate befall you.
The prophecy predicts that whosoever climbs the Cliffs of Logic will defeat the Minotaur. The Minotaur has violated our sacred catacombs and eats our young in sacrifice. our own daughter, Lady Celeste, was taken there only this morning as his most recently demanded offering.
A dilemma, then. Whom shall I obey in regards to your fate? The Oracle or the Crown? But since Alhazred did not dictate how I was to dispose of intruders, and since you cannot possibly survive the catacombs, your imprisonment there should serve both purposes quite admirably.
I will not resist you in this, my lord. I shall do my best to save your daughter.
First, I must tell you that the catacombs are a labyrinth of rooms, a place of exceeding danger. You will need many tools and clear wits to survive it.
I've survived East LA. Bring
I
it!
am ready.
Very well. My guards will take you there now. You seem courageous enough, but the catacombs will determine how brave you really are.
And away we go.
Why did you tell Lord Azure you were ready and willing to face the catacombs? No one is ever ready, and only a fool could be willing.
And you are far wiser, I suppose, to leave a maiden to die? To not fight this plague on your own people?
Bravery and suicide are two different things, human. You will have a chance to renounce your choice soon enough, when you lay trembling under the Minotaur's hooves.
We shall see. Thanks for the escort.
We only escort you to your death. May the fates make it quick so that you do not have to scream long.
Guy's kind of a dick.
The catacomb's entrance door is locked from the outside by the Winged One's guards. It seems that leaving the catacombs by that door is not an option.
And thus we must now brave the catacombs of the Sacred Isle. Oh boy, or what have you. So yes, we now must deal with the Minotaur, the box art, if you will. But I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/EctarStudios for more live gaming action. When we come back, we gotta brave the catacombs, as well as possibly brave the Minotaur. Some things are easier said than done. Thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll see you guys next time.